Hello. Okay, so today is a little bit different. Not all seedlings, although this is one of those which I actually bought from Orchid. So this is the Brasia Cenerex. I'm watering these, so I thought that I'll check them at the same time. And I don't know, I just wanted to have somebody to talk to. Because it's really nice sometimes to actually get talked back when thinking about something of the orchids. And yeah, because nowadays you cannot one can, but it's like people don't like to move around, so difficult to invite somebody here. So yeah, I thought that I'll take you with me. I was checking out my, these warmer growing orchids. These are still growing. I'm keeping them under the grow lights. So that's why you can actually see that they are growing as there isn't any sort of winter coming or anything like that. I might be actually lowering the time of the daylight to under 11 hours at some point. First of all, to save electricity, and the second of all, they'll manage with around 10 hours per day easily, I'm sure. But yeah, these are in the warm growing area with lights above them and doing just fine. The pseudobulb, I think there is like 2 pseudobulbs here, because this is like, if you look at it, can you see? Yeah, so the pseudobulb is here. It started bulging here, but I can see the pseudobulb here. So I'm not quite sure, because this is like gets really thin around here. So I'm not quite sure why it's doing that and what's happening to it. But yeah, it's strange pseudobulb. Really don't know. But there's growing new one, and as you could see, it's getting good root system like Brassias usually do. Well, at least my huge experience with Brassia. This is the second one I have, so, but I assume they are good with the root system. So yeah, I'll put this back and bring you the next one. And these are my Rinkos. Well, the small one is behind here. Yep, it's recording. So this is the Gigantea Beach. This came from Caroline last winter when we had the show, and it did grow this root, but it stopped like not a long time ago. And this similar, it's just stopped there from growing. There is actually decent root system underneath the media, so it's not like only those are there. And I could see somewhere bulging, yeah. So here, underneath there, I cannot show you that well, but underneath there is actually root growing, if I'm not, and I'm not sure if it's going to grow more. It just stopped for the time being. Don't know what it's doing. It's underneath the grow light next to my, what are those, Dendrobium phalaenopsis types, so it's getting quite decent light. This light thing on the leaf is from last summer when it was, sorry about that, when it was getting too much light. And this just started growing within the month. So it's, oh yeah, and that's Happy Zap, which it always gets. So yeah, growing, losing the bottom leaves, forgot to tell you. So it's starting to lose these bottom leaves. It already lost like 2, and this is the next one in my care within a year. But I think it's because it's trying to grow new roots. So yeah, next one. Yep, you can see. So this is from Karke, and it's red spots, a Runka Stylish red spot. And this one has been funny. So this is the newest leaf, which it grew with me. So this, it was like, oh, barely you could see it, this one coming out when I bought it. I think it lost like 1 or 2, maximum 2 leaves after it came to me. And this is the newest leaf which it's growing. And the odd thing was that you can see that root. So that root was only thing that was growing. It started somewhere here last winter, so it's grown all the way down here. And I couldn't see any other roots, so it was the only root that I have seen with this until this month or so. There's now 3 new roots. So all of those 3 just like came out not a long time ago. So it's like, I don't know what's it's growing funny ways. So it's similar like these both, they are growing, yeah, but it's like, I don't know, I don't understand what they are thinking or feeling, if plant can actually think, at least feel. But yeah, I don't know, they're just doing their stuff. And then the next one, which I'm sure you want to see because it was looking quite horrific last time. I was so sure that it's going to die. Hold on a sec. So, ta-da! Here it is. Vanda Cerulean Blue. Yep. And as you can see, it has gotten some color. It's not that looking that badly dehydrated as it used to be. This is plumped up, so the axis is really thick as it used to be, which is a good sign. So it's getting water. I haven't looked at the pot. It's actually residing in a cooler area next to the window, so it gets the maximum light and really cool air because this is a species, so I'm giving it a little bit different care. And what about there? I think there is coming a new root because there is something bulging in there. If I can hold it still and you can see something. So there is something coming out, and this was a keiki, but I'm just happy if it's growing that keiki, it might get new roots too. And as you can see, it's in pumice, perlite and moss, and the root is still firm. It doesn't look that good, but I don't know, it's just feeling better in the moss in my environment. And I'm really not sure what's that looks like a leaf, but honestly it's like some sort of funky thing. It might be really small leaf actually, because I can see it's splitting down from this side and there's another leaf coming in, so it's trying to make a new crown. So it's continuing growing. But yeah, not bad. I'm really happy. It's not like looking the best, but I think by the next summer it might actually be feeling much better. I really need to think about how to take care of this, but honestly I have to keep on using the moss. It's just, and anyway it's not like standing in the moss, it's really shallow, the amount of moss that I have, and I have big graded pumice in there, if you can see those, so it's not like suffocating, I think. But yeah, recovering. Okay, continue to the next one. Okay, so this one, let me get you higher. Oh. Okay. This is Cattleya bovringiana, red. I think it's not Cattleya anymore. It's has changed its name, but I cannot come up with what's the name nowadays. So it's Cattleya now. It's Alliance. But yeah. So this has a funny thing which I cannot show you in this light, but the newest leaves, they have blue tinge to them, and I'm not sure what's that. Is it like, has it burned or something? I'm really not sure, but yeah, the what's it called, this cover which they usually get, this actually makes them look like they have burned. I don't know why. And the new leaves has that blue sheen on them, might be because of the light. I don't know what's it doing, but it did put out the sheath not a long time ago, but I think it's already gone, so it's not going to bloom anytime soon, I suspect. I could see that there's something coming up, but I don't think it's coming further up, so it stops somewhere around there, if you can see there. So it's halfway up. It's really difficult. Wait, this way? Yeah. So the sheath has this like figure in there, almost halfway up, but I haven't seen it move for a long time, so I'm suspecting, because this was just growing when I reported it, that it was too much for it and it just decided to abort the plant. What on earth? Okay, sorry, that was paralyzed. So yeah, so there is coming a new pseudobulb, and these two were, this one and this one was the newest one, and I think this one was one also. But yeah, not sure what's it doing, but I don't think it's going to bloom anytime soon. Oh, maybe next year. Oh, trying to kill that pseudobulb. So that was bovringiana, species orchid, new one for me. Just learning to how to take care of it, and I suspect that next year I have to actually repot this because it's way too deep. It's like growing like this way. I should make more like mounted the media in the pot. Oh hello, it's got like own spider there. Oh wow. So this one has the spider friends there. At least there won't be anything to eat my Cattleya, so I'm happy it can stay there. But yeah, next one. Okay, continue. So this is my sister's plant, or Cattleya, which is growing its roots all over the place. It's really hard, the pot. And it's actually pushing out all the media, so that's why it's looked like it's like bursting out. It's doing that, really, honestly. This is crazy. It's like there's all over the place the roots. And I think this is bifoliate, no, unifoliate, how it's called, one-leaved variety, and it's got something growing out there. So again, it's like this one has also 2 leaves. So this is supposed to be really famous for being only one-leaved Cattleya. So I'm not sure. Is this actually... Oh, forgot to tell you. It's Cattleya ludemaniana. So really don't know what's this all about. Maybe when it's flowering I can see what's in there. Who knows? But yeah, it's like the 2 latest pseudobulbs have basically 2 leaves, unless that's a sheath, which I highly doubt. But you never know. Cattleyas are new for me. And then there's this new growth there. It's got loads of anthocyanin because it's residing right underneath the grow light. So yeah, but it's not like you cannot see any suffering or any whiteness on the leaves, so it can actually take that. But yeah, this is mystery. Don't know what's it doing, why it has that one leaf with... it could be thinking of flowering. It might not. Oh, and why, even though it's like really well attach itself to the pot, I have to have these support, because these are really flimsy, these pseudobulbs. I break them really easily, as you can see there. So I really have to take care of them so that I'm not going to break any more than that one pseudobulb. But yeah, if you know anything about ludemaniana, please tell me, because I'm really curious why this is doing that. I assume that's also a second leaf. Maybe there is some sort of like gene thingy going on with this one. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's supposed to have at some point like a rest, but because it's growing and I just repotted it this summer, I don't want to be forcing it to have a rest. So what I'm waiting for is that it's not like growing any new pseudobulbs. I don't see any new eyes moving at this point. So when that's ready, I'm hoping it's going to be having some sort of rest or something to balance the hormones or something. I don't know. It's got some sort of hormone imbalance thingy going on or something. Maybe I should cut back with the seaweed with this one too, because I'm doing that with my Dendrobium nobile types. Maybe this one wants that too. Who knows? But yeah, at this point I'm just doing what the plant is doing and don't force it to do things it doesn't want to do. Anyway, if there is like more leaves or more pseudobulbs, it means that it's going to be stronger and bigger plant. So when I get everything sorted out, it might actually bloom. But yeah, so on to the next one. Do you remember when I was telling you, when I was giving you a presentation of my Cattleya Alliance plants, that I wanted to buy a second Laelia, or purpurata, I mean Cattleya purpurata nowadays. So because I thought that this might be the small plant. Well, maybe not. Yeah. And if you look at this is the last part of the covering sheath, which is covering the pseudobulb, which is growing. And with this one, every time it has grown pseudobulb, it has actually grown this as high as the pseudobulb comes, if you look at this. So I would say there's like 2 centimeters apart from each other. And this is twisting funny way. I think I need to adjust that. So anyway, this is already like this leaf, which is up there somewhere. It's like it cannot fit into my shelf. I have to have a separate like table for these ones at some point. And additionally, well, this is one of the roots which has been growing on off. Now it's again starting with the tip. There's the new roots. And it's rock hard. It's like full of roots. So I was about to change the media last time, but because it's doing okay, it doesn't look bad, and there's nothing wrong with it, so I kept it. I couldn't smell like any rotting issues or anything. Good gracious, it's like bulging out. That's like broken. So I'm sure this is going to just burst itself out of this pot. Yeah, there is the new eye, which hasn't moved. If you can actually see it there, not sure. It's underneath there, so not sure if you can see, but it stopped when this one started growing. And as you can see from the size of the the rhizome, it's really getting thicker. Don't know how big this is going to become until it starts to think about blooming. I know that the purpuratas, they supposed to have the sheath at the same time as they are growing their new leaf. So it's just waiting game. So I'm waiting it to get even bigger. So this was yeah, did I bought it from Karke? Valelia purpurata graciata cross with purpurata ruoda concolor. I feel like I bought it from somewhere else, but yeah, it seems to be Karke's. Okay. Funny how the memory like acts with you, but yeah, this has been with me, I think now 2 years. But this is growing. Sorry, I'm just watching. I really love this plant and I just want to continue watching, but I know we have to move on, so let's get back to you. So back to the brassias. And this I have bought from Karke. It's just generic brassia which they have grown, so it doesn't have any clonal name or anything else, but it's also bulging out of the pot. It's like Gymbidiums. They do this when they get really pot bound, and this is really pot bound. This is the pseudobulb it grew with me, which is somewhat at the size of this one, maybe a bit bigger, and it's got some sort of coloration on the leaves, but that's because it's underneath the grow light. so it gets that quite easily. It might be that I have moved it so that it's like directly underneath it and it's too close. So, and there is coming new pseudobulb, if you can see, yeah. And there is tiny one where my nail is, from in the previous pseudobulb next to it. And I think it's growing something underneath there somewhere at the other side. But yeah, I think this might need also new pot at some point. I'm just not keen on changing the pot until I have got the new pseudobulbs, at least that level that they are growing new roots. Although this does have new root tips there, if you can see anything like that. So it's growing constantly, but I just wait until this one comes out. Anyway, it's like, it does fit to the pot. It's actually good that it's getting really fast wet-dry cycle, which I think it's beneficial for the brassias. So I'm keeping it in this pot and might be changing the pot in a few months or so. So let's follow this one. But yeah, I think that's completely like a light issue. I think I gave it like spraying, which is like giving the coating so that no bugs can get it. I would say it's not like a bug bite. And it's funny when it's underneath there, but I really don't know. These leaves are okay. So definitely not a bug. So I suspect this pitting is because of the light or the spraying I gave and the light together. So I really don't remember what I did. But yeah, let's continue to the next one. Okay, so this is the Cattleya Siam Jade Avo. It's peloric, if I remember correctly. This was the one which was extra when we did that group order from Schwerter, and I said I can take this. To be honest with you, I'm not that keen on peloric orchids, but because it's like, I don't know, I lost few of the phalaenopsises which I ordered from Schwerter because of the post office hiccup and the problems with the marking on the package, and I had to go and pick it up, and yeah, cool air, never going to be buying anything before Easter, or at least I'm going to ask them to send it after Easter, because honestly the cold spell and the long holidays, not good combination, at least with the warm growing phalaenopsis. Don't order them in Finland before Easter, just heads up. But yeah, this I repotted it, and again the pot is full of roots. It's like rock hard. I can feel it, and it's like I can feel the roots like bulging. This is not flat at all. And as you can see, there's the roots. This is really good making roots, and I can see there is some sort of eyes coming out. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them, and there is one more down there, which you cannot see that well, but there it is. And there is one eye moving there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Again, you have to take my word for it. This had some sort of rot issues, so I just cut it off. These are the seedling pseudobulbs. It grew this one next to the first one, which was bought. And there is one growing, and there is one growing. I think I need to cut back with seaweed. I could actually stop the seaweed for the winter. I'm not sure. You know more probably than me. If you know anything about the cattleyas, or should I drop the seaweed, let me know. But it's like crazy. Yeah, and it's got like 3 leaves. It's because of its so complicated cross. And this is growing underneath, directly underneath the lights. Can I get it back? Is there some room? Honestly, I should have gotten like bigger pots or something. I cannot get it back. Too many roots. Hold on. Ta-da! Next one. So this is from that shorter haul, busy gyra kiku, and I just have wanted to have brassia. I think this is again pot bound. The roots are going crazy, as you can see. It's like all over the place. I'm afraid this pot might actually burst at some point unless the media is falling out. But yeah, it's drinking quite often. I'm giving them water every 3 days or something, these big cattleya things. It's growing new growths, and anyway I need to actually repot it at some point because it's closing in with the brim. So when I see new eye moving there, I probably am going to take it out of this pot, put it in a bigger one. It came with this pot, but I just move it more into center. And I just learned that this is the back part of the plant. But anyway, it's growing like new pseudobulb there. These pseudobulbs are really brittle. That's why I have this many like these strings there. As you can see, I have had to like attach some support, like plastic support, to this these pseudobulbs because they just crack. They are like really brittle. It's not even a joke. Every time I touch this plant, I hold my breath because I'm just bashing it around, unfortunately. So yeah, I was thinking when I'm going to repot this, I'm going to do some sort of like how do you call it, like support. There's like some sticks coming around it, and then I'm going to wire it well around it so that it's going to have this cage thing. So I'm not able to touch it. But yeah, I haven't seen any flower spikes on this one. I'm not sure if it's when it's usually flowering. Maybe next year, who knows? I'm not sure. Is it big enough for that? But yeah, so this is the gyra kiku, and really brittle pseudobulbs. I'm not sure if it's like part of the Brassavolas, that they are doing this, or why it's like that brittle. Might be actually Brassavolas, because Brassavola, the Lutemaniana, which I have, is one of those cattleyas which came from Central America into the southern part of America, and they are closely related to Brassavolas. So, and I had to cut that pseudobulb off as well. I didn't even cut, it just fell off. I don't know what's happened. Maybe it has got some hitting it and then just fell off. But yeah, might be there's some gene thing in these ones. I don't know. Have you noticed something like this with Brassavola crosses? But yeah, to be honest, I'm really fascinated with the Brassavolas, so I would really want to have more, but I have a rule now. Now you are going to be the first ones who can actually hear this. I have a rule that I'm not going to buy that type of plant unless I have gotten 1 or 2 of them to flower for me, so that I'm not just buying like huge amount of plants which are not doing well with me. Although I do like this, I like them how they look without the flowers, so it's not like an issue if my cattleyas never will be blooming or something like that. But it's like I don't want to have them too much if I have only like going to have like the greenery and not any blooms. So I'm going to be a bit more picky nowadays what I'm going to buy next. I'm going to buy summer blooming phalaenopsises because or the species phalaenopsises, because I clearly can get them bloom. So I have a spike. Hold on a sec, I'll show you. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I have to have some sort of like rule. It's me. Because this is getting long, I have to end it now soon, so that it's not going to be too long. But anyway, so this is my Tigrina, Stanhopea tigrina, and if I'm able to show you, it actually has 3 leaves. Yay! Only a little bit like the browning there edge. But I have been giving this a bit more fertilizers, so I'm fertilizing heavily, and I think it's doing well now. It might lose at some point this leaf, but it's like it has been like this for a long time. Yeah, this browning has gone a bit further, but not that badly as I used to have, that it was just dropping leaves left, right and center. So I'm hoping I'm keeping up with this requirements it has, and this is the newest suitable which is growing, and I have that sort of feeling that it's again growing into the media. So yeah, again, that funny way of mounting needs to be done with that one. And then I have my Genesianas here, which are small plants. This one actually lost one of its newest growth. It didn't fare well. I don't know what happened. There is actually new suitable coming in. Let me get you closer. Hold on. Yeah, there is like a new nub in there. So it's growing new growth. It hasn't lost this leaf after I remove them into less lighted area. As you can see, it has got like this yellowing on the leaves, and that's completely because of the light issues, I guess. So the newest leaf, I have managed to hold on with this bigger one, and there is actually growing new suitable right next to the brim, so I have to repot it again because it's too close to the edge. This one is the new Stanhopea oculata, and it's still in the pot that I bought it with. I didn't want to like disturb it because it's still fitting in there, and well, it's a bit gone over. Maybe I should actually repot this because of the media is not smelling that good, so that I'm not going to lose this one. But yeah, it started having this yellowing pitting on there at the end of the leaf, and at that point, because I had these issues with the Genesiana, I just move it near where the Genesiana is locating, and I did check. These are not there isn't any bugs. I'm spraying this quite often. I have this routine to give them some sort of light coating which is suffocating all the bugs, so it's not because of that. It's clearly, I could tell that there is something else wrong, and I'm suspecting light problems, because the leaves are doing much better after. Oh, and after I started giving them more fertilizers like this Tigrena. But yeah, that's my Stanhopias, and this is the last patch I'm going to show you now. I still have some of them which I would like to show you, but I think I'll post it some other time. But yeah, bye bye.